Well, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be, YouTube. It is Labor Day today. So what better way to spend Labor Day than to be in the shop working on an airplane? So we got quite a few things. I don't know if you guys see that. So we got that, and we got some lumber. So we're gonna be making the stands for the horizontal stabilizer, to set the horizontal stabilizer in as we mock that up. The other thing is on Saturday I received a nice little package from Vans. So I suspect, I'm pretty sure, because I don't think that they're just sending me things, but I suspect it's the replacement for these guys. So today we will get those done as well. And on top of that, if that's not enough work, we're gonna get the front horizontal stabilizer for the front spar for the horizontal stabilizer. We're gonna get that ready to paint, and we're hopefully gonna get that painted. So we got a lot going on. We got 3 different things that we're doing, 3 different skill sets. I don't know how it's going to turn out. My mind kind of like to stay on one thing and move through that, but we'll see what we can do. But the first thing we're going to do, because it is hot here in the summer, and I don't expect to cut this, or I'm not going to be cutting this wood out in the blazing sun. So we're going to get those pieces cut, at least ripped and ready to go, and then we'll move on. We'll move on to probably the spar connectors. Getting those angle irons cut correctly this time and looking nice, and stuff, and then we'll probably wrap up with doing the painting of the front spar for the horizontal stabilizer. So we got a lot to do today. Like always, this plane's not going to build itself, so we got to get to work. All right, YouTube, I just want to kind of show you what I got going on here. So I went ahead and cut the pieces that I need to do the supports for the horizontal stabilizer. So the way this goes, you got one 12-inch. This is 12 inches. These are 17 inches. They get screwed down like that. I don't have my countersink bit with me because it's over at the house because we've been doing cabinets, but you get the idea. So you're gonna put a 17-inch here and a 17-inch here. Man, I need to look at my blade. So you do a 17-inch here, and then we'll run a strap between the two this way. And then what I'll do is I'll take my long level to make sure everything's level. I'll probably just put this piece here on it in the center of it, and then I'll put the level on it and make sure everything's level from table to table. And so I'm doing 3 each table, so 1 on the end, 1 in the middle, 1 on the end. Same thing here, and that will give me 6 cradles for the horizontal stabilizer. I think it's not rocket science, guys. Don't overthink it. This is one thing where you don't overthink. These are 12 inches. These are 17 inches. I got those from Missile 25. One of the guys I follow is building RV10. He's about 2 months ahead of me, so it's perfect. Get a lot of things. And if you want to go Missile 25, go to our website, n622rv.com. That'll take you to the RV build site, and you can also follow Missile 25 as well, I think, or Missile 25 or Missile 29. And I was right. Here's the angle iron. So this is the next order of operation that we're going to do today. Going to do it a little bit differently. I put some thought behind it, and put some thought, like I didn't think about the other one. But I've got a little bit different idea that I'm going to do for this, and you guys are going to see that in the next video. All right, YouTube, got the other one cut. I tried using a cutoff saw, and that worked pretty good. This is a piece that I cut with a cutoff saw, which is kind of nice. But you know what? I just went back to this freight cutting them on the bandsaw. They turned out really nice. This angle out instead of sharp out, and an angle this way, it's relieved and it gives it a good foot in that corner. Same with that one. And then I just ran them on the buffer, but I just marked them out. I know that I got to be 2 and 21 36 or 30 seconds this way, And this way, so I just marked it, and then I just, believe it or not, I just cut it, free cut it. I found that worked the best, and the parts look really nice. How this dog legs out, and it's symmetrical, and it will work. It will definitely work. I'm happy with these, so I'm gonna leave them the way they are. And you know, like I said, Vans tells you to an inch, and then basically you would have, so it would come in, and then this angles out like that from that base. So what I did to give myself more meat down here is I brought it down, and about a 1/4 inch before the edge, I just curled it off on my bandsaw, and then I buffed it out. And that's how you get that foot. You can do whatever you want to do. I mean, it's experimental aircraft, so you can, that's the whole purpose of this. I find this better than just having right angles, I think, you know, because that's, like I said, Vans wanted you to do like a right angle like that, and then right angle it out, where this comes out and then curves out and everything. So I think, you know, we're giving more foot. You're giving more meat right here in these corners, which will tend to crack a little bit more. So that's what I did. I've got to get it marked out, obviously, for the holes and everything, and I'll get those drilled to the spar. And now on to painting the spar. Hey YouTube, I wanted to show you why we deburr. So if you can see that little piece of chip, that's where the drill bit comes through and it creates that. And then when you deburr, it will take that off. So the way that I deburr is I use my little trusty Bauer here from Harbor Freight. Put that in there. It's got a deburring tip on it, and I just spin it around. I'm not trying to chamfer the hole. I did a little bit there, but nothing major. And see the chips that come out of it? That's just the chips. There you go. That's why we deburr, because that will keep the rivet from being able to lay flush. It also, that's the main reason why we do the holes. That one still got it. So the way that I test is that you just run your finger over, and if you can feel, you know, a piece sticking up, then you know it needs to be deburred. And that's how you do it. That's what you're looking for. You want to knock that edge down, because that will keep the rivet from sitting flat. And if the rivet doesn't sit flat, then it has a possibility of vibrating. And then when it vibrates, it will slowly wear itself out. That's why rivets are so strong, is the fact that when you compress them and put them together, there's no room for them to vibrate. And if they can't vibrate, they can't fatigue. And that's why they last forever. So, but yeah, that's what you're looking for. I figured that would be a good example, showing you what a burr looks like and what it should look like after you're done. All right, YouTube, turn the fan off there. All right, so we got the front spar and the spar caps and the doubler, the spar doubler, which is that piece right there. That's the doubler, and these are the caps. So I got those all painted, and of course the spar attachment brackets, those are all painted. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys, I use about a half a can to 3/4 of a can. I kept my my spray nozzle about 6 inches from the part. You could go a little bit closer if you wanted to. I did 3 coats on each side. And the way that I did it is I started at one end, the furthest one, and then worked my way in, just in case I scraped. My can would scrape. I learned that lesson a while back. So I'd start from the furthest one and work my way in. One coat, go to the other side. It should be like chalky. Go to the other side, do the same thing on the other side of the table, not the other side of the part, but the other side of the table. Did the same thing, started from the outermost, worked my way in, because by the time if my can did happen to touch the part, the corresponding part or whatever, the part was already dry or relatively dry, so it wouldn't affect it. And so I did that 3 times. So I did one evolution, and then did it again, and did it again, waited 5 minutes, and then flipped the parts over and then repeated. And that seems to give me really great coats. I'm really happy with the quality of the coats. And I know that it is gonna bond really well. I can tell you, I did this approach on the rudder and I had zero chipping. It was really just incredible. So that approach, like coats though, you want it chalky. You're not trying to cover it in the first pass. The third pass, you should have, that's what you should be going for. You shouldn't see any metal, any wet spots. If you see when you're putting the paint down that it's real wet, that means you're too close. Back off a little bit. The nozzle is the nozzle. You're going to depress it anyways. The other thing too is to make your life easier, get one of those spray nozzles. I got it way over here. Get one of these spray nozzles. These things are incredible. That will help you keep a 90. You want to, as you're spraying, you want to keep your, kind of flat. You don't want to roll it off because you'll get high and low spots. So you want to keep your nozzle perpendicular to where you're spraying, like that. So, but that's it. We are done for the day. We got a lot done. We got the horizontal stabler attachment parts done. We got the horizontal stabler frames cut, but we got to still assemble those. And then we got our painting done. So we are good to go for today. Man, I can't tell you what a better day, what a better way to spend Labor Day than in the shop working on your airplane. It's incredible stuff. It's a beautiful day today. I'm gonna go home, hit the pool, probably cook out. I don't know what Miss Sandy's got planned for us today. She just informed me that lunch is in the oven. So I haven't eaten all day. Yeah, I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit, so you guys know some of my story. I was a big dude. I am a big dude. I'm still a big dude. If you guys haven't figured that out. And one of the goals I had, I started, flying and stuff about 20 years ago. I had to stop because of life and everything, and then got big. And I told myself my reward for losing the weight was to get back into flying, get back into serious flying, and build an airplane. So I had specific goals, and I met those goals physically, and hence I'm building an airplane. So I'm doing something really cool though, and I'll share it with you guys a little bit later. So far so good. I've had some great results. It's nothing crazy, nothing insane, but I want to give it two weeks to give you a real good feedback on what I'm doing and everything. We as airplane, as pilots, whoa, I didn't mean, whoa, hey, weight is everything, right? We will throw seats out of airplanes, put less fuel in the airplane to get that weight down. And I can tell you, if I lose the weight I'm planning on losing here and stuff, that's a lot of fuel. That's a lot of fuel. That's another passenger, another adult, I should say, passenger. So yeah, it's very important. It's good for health too. You don't want to be flying an airplane. God willing, I tap on wood here and everything. I am, as my doctor says, one of the healthiest fat people you'll ever meet. He calls me well-nourished. He doesn't say fat. He says well-nourished. I'm a well-nourished individual. And I don't have high blood pressure, don't have diabetes. My heart is great. I had all the EKG stuff, all the heart checks and everything done. And I do that biannually, just because of my size, right? And everything. So, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that. And I'm a healthy dude, even though I'm big. I'm a big dude. So if you want a comparison, I'm 6'5", and I could easily play offensive line on a professional team. Actually, I had a professional football player, Ponce. I was in the airport one time in Tampa, and he came up to me and asked me who I played for. Yeah, okay. No, I went the computer route. So, yeah, so I'm doing something really cool. I'm going to share that with you guys here in about 2 weeks. I want to give it 2 weeks and give you guys my honest feedback. And it's not solicited or anything by the company. I saw it. I went ahead and did it. I tried everything that there is to lose weight, and this seems to be working. But we'll see. And it's a combination of a couple things, and I'll share that with you. But you know, we all need to lose weight. We all need to be healthier, and everything. Especially as a pilot, like I said, 100 pounds of body mass. If you lose 100 pounds, not only are you probably going to fly longer because you'll be able to pass your medicals a little bit easier, but the other thing, that's a lot of fuel. Pilots, you guys know, it's a lot of fuel, and you know, a lot of other stuff you put in the airplane. So, well, enough of that. But I'll share that with you guys. But I appreciate you spending your Labor Day weekend with me in the shop and everything. And you know, like always, take care of yourself. Spend some time with your family, and most importantly, you know, God bless you. God bless you and your family, and be safe.